A fire is spotted due east of lookout A. Lookout B, which is located 8 miles due south of lookout A, sees a fire at north 42 degrees east. How far is the fire from lookout A? Okay, so here's what's happening here. We have two lookouts. I'll call one, and one is north of the other. So we have two lookouts. We'll call this one lookout A. The other is lookout B. It says lookout B, which happens to be 8 miles due south. So they're 8 miles apart. A fire is spotted due east of lookout A. So they look out and they see a fire occurring this direction. And lookout B sees the fire at north 42 degrees east. So starting north, 42 degrees east. So here's the fire here. So we have a fire located here. This angle, we know, is 42 degrees. This is a right angle, and this happens to be east. How far is the fire from lookout A? This is what we're trying to find. Now, this is my x-axis, so I'll put that there. The next thing I'm going to do is I need to find the angle on the x-axis. So I'll find this real quick by saying that is 90 degrees minus the 42. Again, every triangle has 180, and that's 90 of them. So there's 90 left over for these two. I subtract and I get 48 degrees. That's the angle for trig that I'm going to use. So I need to find this x value. We also know that this 8 is a y. So what uses x and y? That would be tangent. Psi y cos x, tangent is y over x. Now the thing is, you always want your unknown in the top. So I want x to be in the top. So instead of using tangent, I'll use its reciprocal, cotangent. So cotangent of 48 degrees would equal x over y. And my y in this case is 8. I do my one step, I multiply by 8. And I find out that my answer shouldn't be too difficult. 8 times the cotangent of 48 degrees is 7.203. 7.203. Now, it doesn't say what to round to, so since I've been rounding to the nearest tenth, I'll continue to do so. I'll say this is, the fire is 7.2 miles from lookout A. And that would be my answer. Now we have part B. It says a fire spotted due west of lookout A. Lookout B, which happens to be 12 miles due south of lookout A, sees the fire at this angle. How far are they apart? So again, lookout B is 12 miles due south. So here's A, here's B. They're 12 miles apart. The fire is spotted due west. So now I go up here, and I'm going to go due west from lookout A. So west is this direction. And this one sees the fire, B sees it, north 17 degrees west, which really isn't that far. So it should be more like this. I'm going to shorten this distance to make it more appropriate. So here's what we're working with. We know this is a 90-degree angle. We also know this is 17 degrees. To find this angle, you would subtract it from 90. So 90 minus that 17 leaves us with 73 degrees. That's what goes here. We know this is 12. We want to know how far is it from lookout B. Well, this distance is our hypotenuse. That's an h. So I'm given a y, and I'm looking for an h. Psi y cos x, tangent is y over x. It's going to be psi y because the h is always silent. Now I want the h to be on top, so instead of using sine of y over h, I'll use its reciprocal, which is CSC. So CSC of 73 degrees would equal h over our y value of 12. I do my one step, which is multiply by 12. Those go away. And so I'll go to the calculator. 12 times CSC of 73 degrees gives us 12.548. 12.548. Now we've been rounding the nearest tenth. I'll continue to do so. That would mean that I have 12.5 miles from lookout B. And that would be my answer. Now I have one for you to try here. And after, if you want to continue on with the tangent videos, just go to section lesson 4.-5.